Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, classic Brothers Grimm tale. Once upon a time, in a faraway kingdom, there lived a beautiful princess named Snow White. She had skin as white as snow, lips as red as roses, and hair as black as night. Her kind heart made her even more beautiful. Snow White's stepmother, the queen, was very proud and jealous. She had a magic mirror, and every day she would ask, "Mirror, mirror on the wall, who is the fairest of them all?" And every day the mirror replied, "You are, my queen." But one day, the mirror said something different. "Queen, you are fair, it is true, but Snow White is even fairer than you." Mirror shows her reflection, and the queen was furious. She ordered a huntsman to take Snow White into the forest and never bring her back. But the kind huntsman couldn't hurt Snow White. He let her go and told her to run far, far away. Snow White ran through the forest until she came to a small cottage. Inside, everything was tiny, tiny chairs, tiny beds, and tiny plates. She was so tired that she lay down on one of the little beds and fell fast asleep. Soon, 7 little dwarfs came home from working in the mountains. They found Snow White and were surprised, but happy to see her. When she woke up, she told them her story. The dwarfs said she could stay with them if she helped around the house. Snow White happily agreed. The dwarfs loved Snow White, and she was very happy living with them. But back at the castle, the queen asked her mirror again, "Mirror, mirror on the wall, who is the fairest of them all?" And the mirror replied, "Queen, you are fair, it is true, but Snow White with the dwarfs is fairer than you." The queen was shocked. She put on a disguise and went to the cottage with a poisoned apple. She gave the apple to Snow White, who took a bite and fell to the ground, fast asleep under a magical spell. The dwarfs were heartbroken. They placed her in a glass coffin in the forest and watched over her every day. One day, a prince rode by and saw Snow White. He was so moved by her beauty and kindness that he leaned down and gently kissed her. Suddenly, Snow White opened her eyes. The prince had broken the spell. The dwarfs danced with joy, and Snow White smiled brightly. She thanked them all and rode off with the prince to his castle. They lived happily ever after. Moral of the story: true beauty comes from kindness and a good heart. Jealousy can lead to bad choices, but love and friendship always win in the end.